On September 8, 2015, 32-year-old Henry McCabe, a Liberian immigrant and respected auditor for Minnesota's Department of Revenue, vanished under eerie circumstances after a night out with friends. The evening began normally. Henry attended a barbecue at a friend's house before heading to the Saw nightclub in Spring Lake, where witnesses reported he drank heavily. Around 2 a.m., he made the puzzling decision to have an acquaintance drop him off at a nearby gas station instead of his home, despite appearing intoxicated. 20 minutes later, Henry called his wife. His speech was slurred and erratic, so alarming that she immediately tried contacting a friend to retrieve him. The call went to voicemail, inadvertently recording the final 2 minutes of their conversation. What was captured remains deeply unsettling: muffled cries, heavy breathing, and what sounded like a struggle before the line went dead. Despite extensive searches near the gas station and investigations into his last known whereabouts, no trace of Henry was ever found. The cryptic voicemail remains the only clue, a haunting snapshot of his final moments. Was it an accident? A crime? Years later, his disappearance remains an unsolved mystery, leaving his family and investigators with only questions and that chilling recording. The voicemail recording left from Henry McCabe's final phone call remains one of the most disturbing pieces of evidence in the case, a nightmarish collage of growls, moans, and screams that defy easy interpretation. While some listeners believe the sounds indicate a violent struggle, others argue they could be the result of extreme intoxication or even a medical emergency. What is certain is that the audio is deeply unsettling, capturing what seems to be a man in extreme distress. Adding to the mystery, another acquaintance who spoke to Henry that night later told police that, during their call, it sounded like Henry had gotten into a physical altercation with someone. Yet despite the alarming nature of these calls, Henry's wife, Karina, reacted in a way that struck investigators as unusual. Though she described Henry's behavior during the call as completely out of character for her normally articulate husband, she only made a single attempt to contact a friend for help before going back to bed. Even more puzzling, during police questioning, Karina repeatedly insisted that she knew Henry was still alive, despite having no evidence to support that claim. The phone records revealed another bizarre layer. Immediately after the chilling voicemail was recorded, Henry's phone was used to call a Texas number, one he had dialed over 20 times that same day. When police traced the number, they found it had been disconnected. It's unclear whether Henry himself made those calls or if someone else had his phone. Either way, the repeated calls to an untraceable number suggest something far more calculated than a random crime. The investigation took even stranger turns when police reviewed gas station surveillance footage. Despite witness Williams' claim that he dropped Henry off at one location, no footage of his red car ever appeared. William later changed his story, claiming he actually took Henry to a different gas station miles away. Then came reports from an FBI informant, who revealed that Emmanuel, the barbecue host, and 3 other men had been acting suspiciously during search efforts, often huddling apart from the main group and whispering among themselves. Were they involved? Or was it just coincidence? The case took another eerie twist when an anonymous letter arrived at the New Brighton Police Department nearly a month after Henry vanished. The note, written in broken English, claimed, "Henry McCabe's body next to water partially buried, needs search dog to find witness who saw burial, scared female young asked to come forward, can remain anonymous and will protect." On November 2, 2015, Henry's body was discovered in Rush Lake, partially submerged, just as the letter had described. Yet despite the note's implication of foul play, the autopsy revealed no obvious signs of trauma. Had he been forcibly drowned? Did he take his own life? Or was his death the result of something even more inexplicable? With conflicting witness statements, a suspicious, disconnected phone number, and an anonymous tip that led directly to his body, yet no clear evidence of murder, Henry McCabe's death remains an unsolved enigma. Was this a crime carefully covered up? A tragic accident? Or something even darker? Unless new evidence surfaces, the truth may never be known. If you like this video, click on the video to watch more disturbing things caught on dashcam. If you love real horror stories and the unexplained, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Don't miss an episode of Screaming Diaries, where every scream tells a story.